for having me back in this video. My name is Steven. Today we shall be looking at what we refer to as divergence. What are divergence? What are the reasons that we need to treat divergence? Now, to me, I define divergence as something that has informed you that there is going to be a reversal, probably for an hour or for days or for months. This is how I look at my divergence. That is, divergent means that in a technical way, divergent means when price is and indicators are speaking different things. That is, when the price is going up and my oscillator is coming down. This is telling you that both the price and the oscillator disagree in their way of moving. So that is why we call it diverging. But in an empirical terms, I want to explain divergence as disagreement between the price and what and the oscillator. Now today I am going to be using MACD indicator. This MACD indicator is one of the best indicators that often pick up divergence with price. Now, I so much love divergence while trading because it acts as an oracle that tells me before time that I am going to have a reversal. Now, if you look at this chart, now let's go. This is a chart of gold, and let's look at this chart. Let's look at how divergence has come to play with this chart. Now, if you look at this place from here, let's look at it from here. Let's pinpoint it from here. Now, let's look at this place. You will agree with me that the price from here is higher. That is, we have the price that is moving around this place, and while they were moving around this place, we also have our oscillator, which is our MACD. That is, our MACD is up. Now, if you come back again, you come to this area, you will realize with me that this area and this area, now if you come to this place, you realize that this area is higher than this area. This area is higher than this area, and this area is lower than this area. Now, if you look at my oscillator, now let's do some practical analysis from here. I'm taking this one up. I'm taking this one also up. Now, if you look at this place from here, let's take for instance from here, you will agree with me that price from here is up on the price chart, and here price from here is higher than this place on the chart. This is a classical divergence. This is what we call a regular divergence. That is, the price move up. That is, the price from here move very up, and from here, that is, the price chart from here is more higher than this place. But if you look at your oscillator from here, if you look at this oscillator from here, look at it from here, this place is telling us that the price is higher on the chart, on the oscillator. So basically there are disagreements between them. Now, once you begin to see this disagreement, then you should continue to know for sure that there is going to be what? There is going to be an heavy reversal. Now, this now depends on what? It depends on different time frame. Now, let's bring down the chart. I'm bringing down the chart now so that we can, I want to compress the chart so that we can see it effectively. Now, I'm still doing that. Now, good. If you look at this place now for sure this place is higher, but it's not as higher as this place. Now, if you look at this place now, this place from here now, the price that is from this very area, let me pick it from here, from this very area, we have price to be what? To be higher. We have price to be higher around this area. So price is more higher around this area, and around this area price is more higher than this area. That is, the price move from here to this place. But if you look at my oscillator around this place, which is my MACD around here, you will agree with me that this MACD is telling me that the price is what? is lower around that area. That is, the indicator around here is not as higher as this. This is lower than this. So this is a classical what? A classical divergence. This is a regular divergence that we are waiting for. Now, how do we now treat this divergence? That is a very big question that we need to have taken into cognizance. Now, if you look at this divergence, this has informed me for a very long time that I have got a very good information. Now, because this is on 30-minute chart, from here I've got an information from here that this price is going to come down probably for like 2 hours ago, that it has informed me that I'm going to have a rundown. Now, to me, if I'm going to consider a classical or a regular divergence to be inactive, to be very active while trading, I have to look at two things. Firstly, I have to look at the divergence between the prices. That is, that when the price, when the move, that is, this place is showing an higher move, then once this happens, then I want to see this area. That is, the oscillator here is no longer higher. That is, the MACD bars are no longer higher as compared to what we have here. But on the price chart, we have an higher price on that price chart. So this is telling us that at this very junction, what we need now is that we need to do what? We need to begin to look for reaction of the price on what? On the divergence, on the what? On the price chart. Now, how do I now take an entry? For me to take an entry, I need to do what? I need to see some agreement with my divergence. What are the agreement? Now, I want to see that where this divergence is happening. Is it happening on support area? That is the first thing. Or is it happening on resistance area? That is another thing that we need to consider. Now, if you look at this area, now let me magnify the chart. Now, from here, you will agree with me that this place that we have this divergence, it is happening on what? On my 240 moving average. Are you getting the point now? It is happening on my 240 moving average. And in that case, the divergence that happened around this place is going to be a valid one. That is going to repair the price for some time. Now, if you look at this place now, because this divergence is happening around this place, that is, the price around here is more higher. That is, the indicator is telling us that the price around here is more higher. And whereas there are disagreement that the price here is more higher than this place. So since this place is more higher than this place, and indicator is telling us that this place is more higher, these are what we call divergence. So to me, I refer to this as an oracle, giving a very serious information before time that I am going to have a very serious divergence, a very serious downtrend. Now, if you look at this place again, let's consider this area again. You will agree with me that around this area, I have my what? I have my resistance line around that area. Now, and around this area, I also have my resistance one around that area. And around this area, I also have what? I also have my 240 moving average. So this area of double and with my divergence is going to do what? Is going to repair the price to a downtrend. So when you are considering your divergence, you have to begin to look at that divergence in the areas of different support and resistance. That is, you have to look for a consolidation around that area. You have to look for a consolidation around that area. Are you getting the point now? So this consolidation is going to give us what? Is going to give us an indication that the price is going to what? Is going to move down. Now let's go back to my shorter time frame. Let's go back to another time frame. Let's go back to 1 hour. Now this is 1 hour chart. Let me take this out for us to do a rundown analysis on this area. Now, if you look at this chart from here, now I'm taking this one out too. You will agree with me that this area is more higher than this area. But on my chart now, this area is more higher than this area. So there are classical divergence. And if you will also agree with me that this divergence is forming on what? Is forming on my resistant line, which is I'm having 4 hours resistant line around this area. So this 4 hours resistant line is telling me that the price is going to do what? Is going to hold. So what I will be looking for around that area is an engulfing pattern, because I've been informed prior to that time. Now, if you look at this information has come from here, it has come from about an hour ago, that I'm going to have what? I'm going to have very serious downtrend. Because of this, I am going to do what? I am going to keep doing what? Keep waiting to see an engulfing pattern. And once this engulfing pattern come up from here, look at it from here, this is the candle we are looking to engulf. So immediately there's an engulfing pattern, and at the end of this candle, I am going to take my decision. This is how to trade. This is how to identify a divergent. This is how for you to be able to define what are going to happen in the future. As a trader, you must have a future information. That is exactly what you need. Now, as soon as this happens, look at my oscillator from here. Look at my my MACD. My MACD bar has moved to a downtrend. Now, this might happen temporarily. This might not be a bigger move. It might not be a bigger move. Why? Because this is happening in a shorter time frame. Now, let's go back to 4 hours. Let's see how the divergence is working from here. Now, look at the 4 hours from here. We are still having the same scenario around this place. Now, the divergence that we have from here, look at this indicator. The indicator extends from here. It's telling us that we have what? We have what? We have series of what? We have series of support and resistance. And it's telling us that this high from here that we have from here, let's look at the high. Look at where it peaks its own from here. It peaks from here. Look at where it peaks. It's telling us that you will agree with me that even my door is going to agree with me that this place is higher than this place. And if you look at it from here, indicator is telling us that this place is doing what is higher than that. This place is higher, that this place is higher than this place. So that is to tell us that there are what? There are divergence in that move. And because we have this divergence happening on what? On my resistant area, is going to be a very concrete divergence. These are what we need to consider as a trader. Now let's go back to our daily chart. Here is our daily chart. Do we have? Let's trace back previous divergence on this daily chart. Now, if you look at this place, you will agree with me that there are divergent around this place. This is telling me that this place is higher than this place, and in my price, this place is not higher than this place on the price. This place is higher than this place. So it's telling us that this area is going to do what? Is going to form. Look at when it happened, because this is a daily move. Look at what happened, because the daily chart, look at the move that we have from here. So for this move to have happened, we have got an information about 3 or 4 days ago that is going to be what? That is going to be an heavy move if this divergent hold. Now, if you look at this area now from here, look at the move from here. Are we not having the divergent holding from here? The divergent is holding. Divergent is holding. But divergent is holding. We do what? We do have what? We do have what? We do have a very serious rundown to what? To a logical support around that area. So identifying divergence is an important information while trading. Now let's move down to, because I somewhat believe, let's move down to weekly chart. I somewhat believe in a bigger time frame divergence. This is going to give us a very heavy move once we have a divergence at what? At a very bigger time frame. Look at it from here. Now let's look at this place. Look at this area from here. Look at the price is telling us from here. We pick up a very serious divergence from here, and it's telling us that the price of this place is what? Is higher than this area. This place is telling us that this place is lower than this area. Are you seeing that now? But in the actual sense, on the price chart, this place is higher, it's not lower. Now, when this happens, look at the move that we have. Look at the move, look at how it run down. So this is how to look at divergence from a different time frame. You need to consider your divergence in a different time frame. So divergence is a very good way of identifying what? Of identifying a move before time. It's a very good way of identifying a move before time. It will tell us what actually the price are doing. It will let us know that at this very area that the price is going to do what? Is going to move up. That the price is going to do what? Is going to start an heavy move, especially when your divergence happen in a bigger time frame. So as a trader, you must learn how to identify divergence from a bigger time frame. Now let's move down to our monthly chart and see if we are going to have a serious divergence around that area. Now look at this place from here now. You will agree with me that from this area, these are areas of support from here, and this area has already been picked as a divergence. Now what is telling us here is that it's telling us that this area is lower than this area. And in the actual sense, on our indicator, look at our indicator here, this place is telling us that it's lower, but in the actual sense it is not lower. On the price chart, look at this place now. This place is more what? This place is more lower than this place, and this place is more lower than this place. But what is our indicator telling us? Our indicator is telling us that this place is what? Is more lower than this place. So once this happens in a bigger time frame, what do we have? We are going to have what? We are going to have a serious run-up. We are going to have a serious run-up of the price. So look at what happened from here. Immediately it happened. This is monthly chart, mind you. This is going to be a very serious move. Look at, immediately we got the engulfing pattern from here. Do we see the move? This is about 3,560 something move up. So divergence in a bigger time frame is very, very important. Now, if I want to trade divergence, I consider my divergence from what? From a bigger time frame. I look at weekly divergence, I look at monthly divergence, and I look at daily divergence, and I look at my 4 hours divergence. This is going to help me to make a very serious, timely decision. So as a trader, you must understand how we trade divergence. Divergence is very, very important while trading. It is an indicator that often doesn't fail. It's an indicator that you need to have at your disposal as a trader. It does not fail because it will tell you that, okay, for now a change is going to occur, and this change might be there. It might be giving you a pointer for like a month ago. It must have been telling you that, okay, if you have this divergence in a monthly chart in a bigger time frame, it must have been informing you, the divergence that we are having now, the price that we are having now is going to change direction. So I believe with this little information I'll be able to give you, you will have what? You will have a very good way of trading if you are able to learn this. So I want you to subscribe to this channel. I want you to take your time to learn this trading system. This is going to give you, this is going to help you at the long run. Take your time, learn it, and do what? And subscribe to this channel so that when I release another video in the future, you'll be the first person that will be notified by YouTube. So I wish you good luck, and I say thank you very much. Bye bye.